critical supports for our good old boy Ethereum. Not really having any major movement at all, sitting at $2,535 right now. Where is this thing headed next? Are we going to hit new all-time highs? When is Ethereum going to finally have a breakout, or is it going to have a breakdown? We're going to be answering all those questions and more in this video. I'm Blockchain Crusader, crusading through these blockchains every single day with you guys. So make sure you're tapping those likes, hitting that subscribe. And if you haven't joined the Crypto Citadel already, definitely do so. Use the code Citadel when signing up to get 50% off your first month of trying it out. My own private trading community and long-term analysis for all of you dollar cost averagers and long-term holders. Let's jump right into it, guys. Ethereum right now, throughout the month of May, we were getting rejected off this monthly point of control of 2711. We got rejected May 13th, we got rejected May 23rd, and we got rejected on May 29th. Could not hold above it, could not close a daily above it. 3 big wicks to the upside. In the month of June, you guys saw that we had a breakout right at the beginning here as Bitcoin was rallying towards that 110. On June 10th, we broke above it. We closed the daily at 2018. I thought this was the beginning. This was the beginning of the big run for ETH. But then Bitcoin started to slip back down, started dropping lower and lower and lower, and Ethereum slipped back into the May range, Slipped back into the May range, currently has bottomed out around 2460, which is pretty much lining up with the previous week range value area low and still within the May range overall. Now, let's talk about some targets to the downside before we get to the juicy stuff of targets for the upside. Smash those likes if you haven't already. If Ethereum does continue to slide down, would probably be because Bitcoin's sliding down, because Bitcoin's getting closer and closer to that 100,000, maybe even potentially losing 100,000. Then we expect Ethereum to drop lower, Targets to the downside in the short term, if we start to slide down, would be 2356 to 2289. Below that, we come all the way down to the low 2000s, and we don't have a big time frame target until 1978, which is the yearly average for 2024. We start dropping below that, we give up completely all the gains from May 8th when we had that major breakout, and we will be dropping back into the April range with targets between 18 to 1689. Not thinking that's going to happen anytime soon, but just giving you guys the heads up of those are targets to the downside. Now, to the upside, hypercritical that Ethereum breaks above 2711 again and holds daily candles above there. Holding daily candles above 2711 breaks us out of the May range, gets us back here towards these June highs and gives us the ability to once again have a chance to run towards the Q1 value area high of 2903. 2903 to 2923, we have resistance. It's the value area high of Q1. It's also a daily untapped average, very small time frame, but nonetheless worth noting, Once we can break out of the Q1 range, which I do expect resistance, we do have targets between 3015 all the way to 3182. And one target that I don't have drawn up here right now is actually a local or macro gold pocket from these local highs back in December, back in December to the lows of April, right here. Look at this gold pocket. This gold pocket lines up perfectly within our target zone, of 3156. So as we breaking out of this major resistance, we're going to be hitting a bunch of targets and a macro gold pocket at this level. So definitely expect resistance overall in this entire range between 2900 to 3182. A lot of resistance. But once Ethereum can and eventually gets through all those targets, through all that resistance, and clears up that zone of resistance into support and builds support up there, our targets are to the upside at 3863 to 4000. 4000 has been resistance for Ethereum all of 2024, hitting it back in March of 2024, getting rejected, front running it in May of 2024, coming up to 3969 and then dropping. And then back in December of 2024, we hit it twice, at the beginning of the month and at the middle of the month of December 16th, and we got rejected again off $4,000 for Ethereum. So if we can break $4,000 in 2025, we're making a run for that all-time high of 4878, and from there, it's price discovery time, baby. So those are the critical targets for Ethereum. I appreciate every single one of you guys in here. Smash those likes. Drop below down in the comments what altcoin I should cover next. And if you haven't joined the Crypto Citadel, definitely do so. Get 50% off your first month using the code Citadel. I'll see you guys in the Crypto Citadel. See ya.